So in the last video, we got everything done that we needed to get done to progress the story. And we captured the third region down here in the south, Monteleon. It then gave us a task to make friends with people in the north. So we also have a new event here, and soil fatigue is now done. Fantastic. We don't need a Higa over there then. We can bring a Higa back over here. And actually, I can start moving these guys around, but since we're going to be interacting with these guys, there's a chance that we need to actually do things over here. And so having 5 lieutenants over here might make some sense, I suppose, after all. Higa is over here, and now he's only affecting one field instead of affecting many fields, it seems. So we're just going to move him back over, and we'll keep our loyalty up with whatever we're about to have to do to make friends with these guys. We're going to keep our loyalty up over here, and I think I might, because she has Peacemaker, I think I'm going to move her back into town instead. So we'll swap her over and get her. Let's see, we have 2 lieutenants in that town already. We've got somebody over here. We got people over there. It doesn't really matter where she goes then. So we'll have her hang out at the hotel then. That's fine. Okay, so the task today is going to be to talk to this dude in Los Barrados, which is, they're pretty strong, I guess. This is Santino Neto. Biography. It says, it speaks to the confidence Santino Neto has in those around him that he would allow someone to stab him repeatedly in the neck with an ink-tipped implement over a course of hours without fear of an assassination attempt. Okay, so tattoos, yeah. The end result symbolizes the firmness of his faith. All right, so we're going to want to talk to him. And the hope here is that we can make a powerful alliance. That requires us to hit this button here. So we need to check all the boxes for this. So loyalty level is respect. Power of the gang must be more than half of the power. Sorry, power must be more than half of the power of the gang. I have more power than this guy. It's fine. And then gang allegiance has a level of or higher of loyal. So that means I need to get him from volatile all the way up to loyal. And that's the task to where we can hit this button and form an alliance with this gang. Okay. First, it appears our reporter friend would like to talk to us. Phone rings on the capo's belt. He unclips it, unfolds the long black antenna, and answers. Time period, right? Hello? Hola, Giamafalco. Or should I call you Capo? It's Rocio Gaetan? I'm going to call her Rocio. Capo speaks through gritted teeth, only because I don't really know how to say that. You again. What now? Find yourself another chiva? No. En este caso, I am bringing the exclusive to you. Eh? The editor of El Malagro is being held for ransom by a gang in the aerodrome in Costa Blanca. I was hoping you would intervene on my behalf. And what's in it for me? In return, I'll turn a blind eye to your accounts, for a little while at least. So I'm not sure I really need to do this, to be honest. Anything to keep you off my back. Hold the press. So I need to basically complete the task, and she'll turn a blind eye to cartel activity for 3 months. Not really that long. Or I just ignore the event, which the thing is, I don't really care about this event. There's a lot of events in this game that once you get really secure with money, really awesome with loyalty, and you have a really solid way of demanding the terror stay down, it becomes everything becomes a really like an option. You don't have to do it, right? And that's I think what this is. So I'm sorry, Cabra Salveje. I don't know that word either. We're probably going to go ahead and just ignore this event. I don't care. And if you want to write a bad story about me that raises the terror, I'll just take it down and it's fine. It's going to be fine. So, no, I'd miss you too much. Cabra Salvaje growls. Then I hope we will be seeing much more of each other, Capo. All right. We got her off my back for now. She'll probably write a story about me or something. Let's take a look in Chigauchi, and talk to this guy. The words of gossip are like choice morsels. They go down to the inmost parts. In the center of the room, 2 men, one built and the other bone. They are bound, blind, and bowed down. Santino Neto stalks a path around and in between them. Like a coating of silver dross on earthenware are fervent lips with an evil heart. He drags the blunt edge of a butcher's knife across the back of the wider man's back. Enemies disguise themselves with their lips, but in their hearts they harbor deceit. He holds a power drill close to the haggard man's ear and deafens him with whirring noise. Though their speech is charming, do not believe them, for 7 abominations fill their hearts. He cranes his neck upward, putting his faith on full display. An ink sun with God's calligraph. I'd never have this. I can never say this word in one try. Calligraphed across its core, like calligraphy, right? But you don't say it exactly as calligraphy. I'm gonna stumble on it. Across its core. Their malice may be concealed by deception, but their wickedness will be exposed in the assembly. He lowers his gaze and raises his arms in offering. El jevo, por favor, chasten my sons while there is hope. And what about you? I might go with intimidating here. Not without the facts. Chasten them yourself. And what about you? He looks like he's a tough guy, right? He's trying to judge others. And so now I'm going to tell him that, what about you? How are you not judged, right? The click of a hammer draws whimpers from the prisoners and a smile from their jailer as he looks past the pistol and into the eyes of his executioner. Whoever digs a pit will fall into it. Santino Neto climbs to his feet. One of these men is a DEA informant. For 4 hours, he has fed information to Los Gringos. And, trust me, as much as I'd like to know which is the real rat, you'll kill both if you have to. Exactly. Speaking of rats, senor, do you have a rat hole? No, why would I need one? I am beyond rat holes. I like it. See, I do. A rat hole building is needed. I have many rat holes. I'm not sure why I can't click this. I have like 6 of them, but all right. I am beyond rat holes. Yeah, there we go. The fruits of my labor demand a little more space. Perfect. Then you will meet me there. Okay. His eyes black with obsession, Neto turns the knife on his hands and whirs the drill. Oh, in his hands. I was like, that doesn't make any sense. Neto turns the knife in his hands, sorry, and whirs the drill. We will find out which of these 2 is our informant, eh? Okay. So we got him up to dedicated now, which is kind of cool. I'm not sure exactly what he wants me to do. I have rat holes, like many rat holes. All right. 230. Okay, so now we're losing $2 or $10 in these rat holes every day, right? And I just have no... Oh, there's a residence right... Oh, I have this residence. I could do it there. Okay, let's dig up the rat holes so that we don't lose any more money in these. We're going to need to find a place for all this money to go. All right, this money, all of it needs to go in places. So I'm going to send you to this rat hole. You are going to go to this rat hole, and we are going to see if we can't move the money to somewhere where it can be washed a little bit better. Okay, Capo, you're going to help me with this too. Come on down here into your rat holes. We're going to see if we can't make this happen. In fact, I'm going to stop your movement as well. I'm going to have everybody take the money out of here because there's not a whole lot of space here. This residence can hold, I want to say it's the same as this one. So it can hold 65K. There's 45K in each of these. So that's not going to work. And then, of course, we have rotten money coming in over here, too. So we still need to move that, too. See, so lots and lots of money needed to be moved into these other buildings over here so that we can wash it. We have lots and lots of stuff we could bring here into the circus as well. So I think everybody's going to bring the money to the circus, probably. So let's dig him up. He says he was going to meet me there, though. So I don't know if I'm supposed to take him literally or what, but I'm like in my rat holes now. So I am wondering if Perhaps research-wise, I should get a bigger rat hole. Probably subterranean storage. Storage capacity 700,000. That seems good. We're gonna go ahead and do that, and then we're gonna make it cheaper, so the cash rots slower. I think that's good. And then hey, we can bring it up to a cool 1 million if we want to. That sounds fine as well. Let's just go ahead and do that. All right, so Capo, you're going to deliver the money, all of it. Deliver it to the circus. Off you go. You there, Rafaela, is going to do the same. You are going to deliver the money. Let's have you deliver it to the cathedral, because there's some extra capacity in that as well. I need to spread it out. I can't bring it all to one building. This bank has plenty of space, so we're going to have you. You're going to move over to one of these rat holes too. You are going to deliver dinero over to this bank. There we go. And then the rest of it will get dispersed into the residents that can hold it. So that no big deal. Okay. So now we have that taken care of. I probably want to dig this one up too and see if we can't move that money somewhere too. Paulina can't move product. She's just muscle. She doesn't do any of that stuff. I need this residence to be able to work things too. So you're going to need to, let's see, probably get the bank connected. We're going to need you to connect here. We're going to need you to connect here. Yeah, there. This is the salsa club, which can't really do much more, so we'll leave that alone. I'm going to have you connect there. There's a lot of money coming in there. And then let's have you connect to the cathedral as well. So this is going to do a lot of that stuff. But then, of course, I also want it to be managing this stuff with dirty money. So once I start seeing storage in this residence, then I'll know I can afford to start managing these buildings here too. So right now, for example, anything that gets cheaper with dirty money management, I'll flip on. So we'll go like that. Start with these farms. This one doesn't get cheaper. Warehouses don't get cheaper. At least not here anyway. This workshop does, though. So we'll do that. And the chemical plant does. So we'll get the chemical plants managed as well. All of these chemical plants. We'll manage them with the dirty cash as well. So the money's coming in. All right. We have Tormento de Polvo. They are coming to attack me with 17 strength at the seaport. That's kind of wild. This is the reason why I have so many people over here, though, is to protect what is mine. Protect a place in which I, well, a place where I move a lot of product and move a lot of stuff. We are going to need some help, though. So I want you to come over here as well. Ironically, your special order is Peacemaker, and now it's going to be Peacekeeper. Okay. Everybody get over here. Help defend this. So it's 10, 16 against 17. I need someone to arrive. Come on. Get over here. Hurry up. Almost. If it wasn't for this, I feel like this is really good, you know? Now it's 25 on 17. We can definitely hold them off. And I probably need to start attacking them more often to really cripple them. Because these guys are going to be a problem, you know? I'm only got 17. I think as soon as they start running away, I can just try to take their... I think I will. I think I'm going to try to take their town and just take it over so I don't have to deal with it anymore. All right, where are you going? You are on your way to where? Where? This field. That plantation. Well, I can't defend it, so you're just going to take it, and I think that's fine. The cops are probably stronger than I can deal with everybody over here, so we're just going to let this happen. And then I'm going to go here. Now, if I go here, this is 16. It's going to end up being 16 plus 5, so 21 strength. So we probably, since these guys are going back with their tail between their legs, I might be able to defend this plantation. I don't think I can get there in time, though. It's 11 to 1. I can't get there in time, so don't worry about it. Just going to keep people over here for now. All right, so all the rat holes have been dug up in this area. We should see lots of money in these residences. That's good. And then I want to probably dig this one up. It'd be a good idea too. Let's dig that one up. We can distribute those funds as well. And then now that this is seized by police, I will just come over to my mayor and say, excuse me, I'd like you to cancel the seized property in the region. And then she will say, okay, sure. Here's 15,000 legal money. I don't think it's worth that. I don't think it's worth that. I think I could probably unlock this for a lot less than that. So 14 days of this thing being down is not a big deal. I'll just turn this one on. I mean, I had extra plantations anyway, right? So I'll just turn one on and my operation continues on as planned. So no big deal. Okay. So let's see. To get the loyalty, to keep the loyalty up, let's move Ahiga back over there. And then I can probably just buy probably what, like a lot of spice? Something like that should be fine. What are you guys doing right now? So chicken gives me loyalty. Okay, so I probably should buy chicken then. Fair. So I'll buy some chicken just to keep the loyalty up. We'll go 300 units of chicken, and there's a whole lot of it here. And then you will just deliver chicken to this location permanently, pretty much. And then I'm going to send Jorge over here to do this as well. So we will just have a whole bunch of people over here guarding the seaport so that we can maintain our income. I think that is a great idea. Everybody delivers chicken. Turn this back on. There we go. Okay. I can't talk to him. I need to wait another 8 days before I can discuss anything with him. So I guess we'll just let this run for a while. I'm up to 4 million in legal money, which feels great. Feels pretty dang good, I gotta say. We are managing these buildings with illegal money just fine. Pretty good. I guess we'll go ahead and switch the warehouse to this now. Transport company as well. And I think that's almost everything. The labs, we can manage those too. Now this residence is going really good. I'm liking it. All right. So research-wise, I think we have pretty much everything we need for, yeah. We got lab 3 and we've got chemical plant 3. So I mean, once I'm sure we can handle the washing of it, we can start looking at heroin. We could also just completely remove our opium, like stuff over here, and just replace the opium vegetable stuff with heroin. But again, that's going to lead to a lot of money. We're not going to be able to, hold all of it. That's the problem. You have to be able to hold all that cash too. So the terror level has dropped below this level, which I think probably means they will potentially come after us again. We have so much stuff over here. Oh my god. What is happening here? All right, move you back over here. Move you back over here. And then I need you to deliver the money, I guess. We'll deliver like 36,000 of it to this residence, I guess. I just need to empty this out so that we can start moving product again. Yeah, now we're loading cargo. Okay, good. Stop delivery. There. All right. We'll move all this cargo for another 115,000. That's just insane. Insane amounts of product moving out of that aerodrome. Probably want a secondary aerodrome. We can maybe probably build another one right here and then have all this stuff moved to that one too. I don't see a problem with that. I need to spread it out so that I can at least hold more cash. If I build it in range of that residence, I can maintain that with illegal money too. Am I getting in the way of any fertility? Let's see. Nope. I think we're pretty good. Yeah, that seems like a good spot for it then. So it's in range of the hotel. It's in range of all sorts of things, isn't it? If I actually put it right here, it's in range of the hotel and in range of that residence. And it will totally let me do that. Just outside the city, we can put an aerodrome 3. That's fantastic. We're going to do that right there. Connect it there. Connect it there. Seems good. We'll just start spending all this dirty money. All right. That's another way to do it too. If you can't wash it, then just spend it, right? You just build things and spend it. Just make things faster. So all the meth can go through here now instead of having to travel through these other places, which might free up some capacity. I don't know. And there's other things I could do, like expanding on this. I need to maybe grow some more. I wanted to grow quinoa or some other type of product, like maybe vegetables over here. We could package things in vegetables too, possibly. I wanted to get this stuff going too, so I think we want to tear this down. This belongs to us now, so let's tear this down. And we don't get any terror or anything built up by doing that. We're going to tear this road down as well, all the way out to here. Yep, this road can go. This road can go. There we go. All the roads can go. Okay, so in this area, we're going to want to have more methamphetamine production. We're also going to want to start getting work with precursors, because that's going to allow us to make everything a little bit more efficiently as well. So I'm going to say 1, 2 precursors, and then I'm going to have another couple of plant 2s for the methylamine put over here too. 1, 2, 3. All these things get built with dirty money. We don't need to wash it if we spend it, right? So let's put you from this road. I think we'll bring this all the way across like so. This is an asphalt road. Bring this out and bring it like that. And then we're also going to come behind this warehouse like this. We connect you here and there because I can. And then all of these get connected too. So we'll just say 1. I probably could have made these gravel, but it's such a small amount of money. I don't care. That's not good. Let's take that away. And then we'll have like that. So as this building gets money, it will start distributing them, and we'll start producing everything. And this warehouse will probably need help. At some point, I think probably this warehouse will need help. So we'll have another warehouse here as well. We'll just do 3 right away. Why not? We can. And then we'll put it right. You know, I kind of want it to be... Yeah, we'll put it right next to the residence. Leaves room for more factories or something here. Fine. So right about here would be fine. Okay. And then this asphalt can go right there. That will connect everything. We can expand our meth operations. Very well. Very, very good. Okay. So now what we need to do, you see that the labs are like overloaded with hydrochloric acid. So we'll be able to counteract that by just having more methylamine up and running. So we already have 1. Having more methylamine up means we will now be able to... Oh, is it paused because of money? It is. Yeah, it's paused because of upkeep. Let's turn this back on. These things have to stay running, so... Yeah, we'll just allow the labs to be clean money for now. And probably we need more labs. If I remember correctly, labs are the bottleneck for things like most of the time. So I can put another lab here and here to kind of help with that a little bit. And let's go ahead and just get this operational now. At least this one lab anyway. We'll get it operational now. Monolito de spotted nearby. I don't know how you say that. And they are going for my new chemical plants. Excuse me? They're going for the one that's shut down. Of all the things to hit, you're going for the one I'm not even using. I mean, I'm about to turn it on because once I add all these things, then I'll need more hydrochloric acid. So I was going to turn that on then. But, I mean, if you're coming after me with 30 strength, seriously? 30. All right. Here's what I'm going to do instead, tough guy. If you're going to leave your town at 6, then here's what I'm going to do. All of your dudes can take the long way, driving all the way over there. They're going to be a while. They got to take that whole route through town, right? Now watch what happens. You're going to get all the way over here with your whole strength, 30 strength, coming after me on a building I'm not even using, all right? Now watch this. You're already there. You're almost there. And then I'm going to do this, tough guy. We're going to take your city. Your whole city is mine now. You just brought your entire gang out of position. And I think with everybody being so close to your town, I don't think you can get back in time to save it. I think I'm going to just take you out completely. Right here. You're going to lose your city. So you can take this. That's fine. Go ahead. Take that building. See if I care. Watch as my people take yours. Why are we doing that? Wait, hold on. All of my people decided to use the ferry to come over here to then drive around to go. What? Why? All right, ferry pathing is super weird because they shouldn't have done that. They should have just like right there. Is the rule that you can't go through another enemy's territory to attack a city or something? Because I've been going through those territories for a lot. Oh, and by the way, these two did as well. That is a really strange pathing. There's no reason to do that. Anyway, now they might get back in time. But it says they took this anyway. But they might get back in time now because of that. The police are coming after what? They're going after this marijuana field. You know what? That's okay. I'll just take this one, turn this one back on, and you can take that one. How's that sound? Okay. Good. We are here to take your city. I just wish I could have done it faster, because that was the whole plan. And then everybody just got way out of position for no reason at all. Capo's not even here yet. Where did Capo go? All right, Kumar, get over here. We can't take it now. They took too long getting over here. That was really stupid. Like, the road is right here. Just do that. Oh, that was such a good plan too, you know? That was a really good plan. And now these guys with their 30 strength are going to add to the city's 6. It's going to be 36 on 26. I'm not going to be able to win that unless I reinforce it further. Is it worth doing that, though? I don't think it's worth it. It's not worth it. Let's just get out of here. I don't know why that happened. That's really silly. I'm going to move you, Peacemaker, back over to town somewhere. Let's put you over here. And we'll just let them have it. It's fine. He's infamous. We're raising terror while we're in town anyway, of course. He's a chicken, so he's probably going to flee. He's also... looks like he has some power loss. His endurance maybe is down. Kind of... oh, I think it's because it's red because he's in combat. I think that's why. All right, let's just leave. And again, these guys are going the long way around to take the ferry boat over to here instead of just like taking the same trip that Higa's doing to turn here. Why are you doing that? All right, so what I'm gonna have to do instead next time is I'm gonna have to tell them to attack this building, and then perhaps then they will go like this to get here, and then I can hopefully at that point drive through. It's a really strange turn of events there. 36, he's disaffected. Maybe I talk to him and get him to lay off me. Actually, I can just drive him out, honestly. If I move here to take this back, and I'll get you to come over and help. But if I take this building back, that will cause these guys to leave their house. Right? They're gonna leave their city again. So I want to do this. Let's bring everybody over towards that village. Maybe by moving him to that village, it will help. I have no idea. You have 2 strength too. Let's move you over to here. So we're gonna try to take this building back. Gonna cause them to leave again. So 6 strength in there. And we can go in and try to take that building back. Now, I don't want to actually take it. I still want to drive these guys back. Right? And now we have, of course, these guys are going to shut down a road. That road, which is completely pointless. I don't care. Okay. Roadblocks are so pointless. So they're coming up after me here, right? And then what I want to do is I'm going to have you leave to go hit this. So you leave to go hit this. Okay, and now you are going to do the same thing. This is a stalemate right now, intentionally, so that they will continue moving this direction. All right, and then what I want now is for all of you guys to move over here. Because apparently you can get there easier from this spot, but not from the docks. Really strange that that's happening, but that appears to be the case. All right, where are they at? They're moving through the town. Okay. So I'm now going to leave this and move to the city. Nope, wrong city. Move to the city. Okay, so now we're going to attack this head on right here and take it down as fast as possible. So these guys will continue going, try to secure that location. We have already left to get to the city. And now that everybody is here, we will now move to this location, and hopefully Capo will do what I hope he does, which is to go straight here. I don't know why you had to do the other way. Here we go. Terror is outside this guy's range. We're going to fix that in a second. Move to here. Move to here. Everybody, yeah, I know I could have done this the other way. I know. Everybody move there. And then we're going to have you come up and do it as soon as that boat comes back. I kind of want you 5 power, Salvador, but he's already on a boat, so I have to wait for him to come back. That might be detrimental to the plan, too. We'll see. Everybody's doing what they're supposed to do now, which is getting in here right away to help take this down right now. So 31 against 6. We should be able to take this down. 34 on 6. These guys are on their way back. Salvador, are you back yet? Right there. Let's get you to move to this location. Maybe this location. Does this get you to move the right direction? Good. You're moving this way. Good. Now, if I want to stop movement, I don't need to do that. Just wait till you enter and then hit this. Now hit this. There. These guys can leave. That's fine. All right. We now have 40 against 36, right? So 40 against 36 means we win. Now, the terror is going to climb super quick. So what I want to do now is I'm going to go over to my favors here, and I'm going to tell this guy to ease the terror. And he's going to do the embarrassing thing, and that's fine. It's worth the sacrifice. Go. That'll bring the terror down while we're fighting. I could also do that here as well, but I'm just wanting to see what we get here. We've lost a little bit of respect, as you know. We're going to come over to, let's say, chicken again. We're going to buy 300 units of chicken. That'll at least keep the gangs occurring less frequently. The important thing is that we keep the people on our side in conflicts. We want to keep the people going with us because that's where we get our strength. Now he's volatile, so he's going to flee now. If I up his upkeep, which I can't do while he's volatile, what are you going to do? Move into here. Move into here. See how our strength's going down, right? Yeah, because he left. Okay, so I thought it was an endurance thing. So it looks like injury chance is low. Injury chance is low. Like I want to keep that low because some of these guys are chickens, and I don't want their endurance and stuff to fall too low. So, but we're gonna take this damn thing, so I don't have to deal with it anymore. And then I can use this village, and I have the military right here, and then I just take over this whole territory. That's gonna make me a lot happier. I don't want to deal with this anymore. All right, so police are going to come take my stuff again. They are headed to this field. That's fine. You can take it. It's whatever. I don't care. I mean, honestly, it's dried cannabis, so whatever. All right, now my people are leaving. No, why? Why are you leaving? Oh my God, 36 all, really? Why are you leaving? Running away from combat field, you chicken. If their endurance falls too low. His endurance isn't low. Like, that's not low. Paulina! What are we doing fighting without Paulina? How are we doing this without Paulina? Get over here. Get over here, Paulina. I can't believe I've been fighting a war without Paulina at my side. Now we're losing. Paulina's gonna come in as reinforcements and just dominate. Come here. Boom. She just adds 7 strength to the whole fight. Everybody's fleeing. Everybody's leaving. 38. Come on. Come on. Where's the endurance? You guys. Get back in the fight. Get back in there. Get back. If I didn't have the airport, that would be a lot harder because they would have had to flee all the way back home. Get in there. 45. 42. The gang is subjugated. Goodbye, assholes. Now I don't have to worry about, saying their name. I don't have to worry about pronouncing them anymore. Yeah? No sé tu pero, but I think it might be time to consider a new strategy for storing our cash. ¿Qué quieres decir con eso? Salvador More illustrates the scale of the problem. Thick hunks of cash spilling out of trash cans, piling up in all 4 corners of the room, stuffed into an old and hollowed out refrigerator, plastered into the walls, and even laid out beneath the carpeted floor. The lieutenant finishes their demonstration by motioning out of a nearby window where even more cash awaits in the courtyard outside. Está bien. And where else would you have me put it? Underground. We have enough land to hide away, far more money than we should ever need. If we delay any further, the authorities might solve our problem for us. Well, we can't let that happen. So bury your debts. We need to move 70% of the cartel's dirty money into an underground storage. If completed, terror will decrease by a small amount. If it failed, terror will increase. Oh, that's fine. We can do that. Let's bury our debts. I'll fetch a shovel. Okay. We have the subterranean storage now available for us. It's free. Isn't that nice? Completely free. We're going to put that right here. Should be in range of many different... I want this to be in range of basically all of my residences. And so I think that's like right here. It's like in range of pretty much everything right here. I like that. So we're just going to place it right there. Subterranean storage, where we store all our dirty money. And now we can start moving all that dirty money into the subterranean storage. There we go. So bury your debts. Go ahead and pin this so I can track it. There you go. Excuse me? Are you putting up a roadblock? Yay! Nice roadblock. Oh, you're taking my stuff, huh? Okay, no problem. Okay, so now that we've taken this territory, a couple of things are going to have to happen here. I need to get people back out of this place. We could talk to the mayor to meet her and figure out maybe what we'd have to do to have her join us. But she's not a threat. It's just a mayor. So basically this region is ours now, and we don't have to worry about it. But getting bigger like that means that we're going to start being a threat to other people. And I kind of want to go over to these two locations. Actually, we've already talked to her. She's volatile again, by the way. So we're just taking territory too fast for these guys, basically. So we're going to start getting attacked again. We're going to need a lot of forces on this side to defend ourselves. Or I can just talk to these guys and see about getting them to not be volatile. All right. So I like how he's got a dugout seized by the cops. Like, not a very effective dugout. You know, it's supposed to be immune to cops and everything, right? It's the whole point of these things. Yeah. Anyway, I am going to... So we have the subterranean storage unlocked, plus the dirty money rot decrease, and the vacuum packaging done. So all of that stuff is taken care of. I want to get a food factory going so that I can create dog food, as well as sauce now as well. So go ahead and get that. And then we'll reduce the timings on that too, so we only need one of them. That way I can start packaging that things up in dog food too. And sauces. So anyway, I need to get people over here to try to defend myself. But before I do that, let's go ahead and talk to this dude and see if Hijos de la Candeleja is going to be a problem, because they are very strong and they're right next to me now. So the small arena is quiet. The stands echoless and the seats empty. The only disturbance of the piece is her cracking steel bones. Two figures stalk the center circle. She's not as large as some of these stereos you may be familiar with, but the way these walls hold sound, boy, no one can replicate that, ni Dios. She? The turf is spoiled. The white markings painted on top faded, and the mud beneath exposed to the midday sun, dry and cracked. So he's clearly a big fan of this football stadium, is what it sounds like, right? So I'm thinking if I want to get on his good side, right, I gotta kind of go with him on this. I could say must have been glorious. Certainly a sight to behold. I mean, glorious sounds... Must have been glorious. I mean, that sounds like a bigger deal than it's certainly a sight to behold, but I don't know about the intimidating element of this one. So I'm going to play it a little safer here and go with suave. Certainly a sight to behold. Helped him a little bit there. Cruz's lips part to reveal a set of dazzling white teeth. He clasps a weighted hand on the capo's shoulder and squats down. But it matters not how a lady looks. What matters is what is beneath the surface, no? And what's beneath the surface, senor? Oil drums, filled to the brim with billetes. Hoy pucha, how many? Well, each drum needs a square meter of space to preserve the integrity of the surface. And the pitch is about 105 meters long by 68 wide. That's... Cruz stares blankly, his tongue running along the enamel of his teeth, one hand counting the fingers of the other. I don't want to, like, overstep him here, right? Let's say the exact number. I certainly don't like this one. I'm going to go with a lot of plata. I think that's probably what he's going to say too, yeah. A lot of plata. Will be, hermano. Will be a lot of plata. As it is, we have but a fifth of what we could have buried here. But progress is slow. We've lost the dressing room. Lost the dressing room? Specifically, our Capitan Rene Donna. He's threatening to blow the whistle on our operation.
This is part of the reason I asked you here today, hermano. I need your counsel. If you cut Primo open, you would not see the blood on his jersey. Born just down the road from here, 15 years of service and over 600 games played. They call him Primo because he is the first name on the team sheet. Forcing him out would not be a popular move. But if he carries out his threat, the club would sink, and my entire organization with it. What do you think?
Anyway, I'm gonna go with the suave answer again here. I think, just pay him, right? Basically, where money talks, men won't. So, we just pay him off. Where money talks, men won't. He's been a faithful servant to the club. Why not reward that loyalty?
Okay, pragmatico. Pues, I hope you're right.
All right, good. So, he shouldn't attack me now. Shouldn't. Should be a little bit safer there. Let's talk to our girl here again one more time just to make sure she's not gonna come after us again, huh? Que vista más hermosa.
He's like something out of a fairy tale.
500 silleteros march down the road, carrying on their backs wooden frames covered in an assortment of flowers, all moving and melting together in a midday mirage into a psychedelic hue. The parade procession continues for 3 miles and concludes in the city center. La Silletera wears the traditional white dress of the campesina and greets the capo with open arms. Volatile, open arms. Pasarero, what do you think? Locked due to previous dialogue choices. Okay. Muy fuega. I think it's because of just like, hey, it's fire, right? It's hot. It's very hot, right? Guillermo Falco pulls the pressed plume of a yellow celosia sealed in the small frame from their pocket and presents it to Para. Gracias, capo.
I mean, you must have been in this weather. What does this thing weigh? 200 pounds?
I have something for you too. From the center of the Sieta, Amaranta pulls a small bouquet and hands it to the capo.
Gracias, but I might have seen enough flowers today for a lifetime.
Just remember to feed them, okay? Later that evening, Guillermo Falco trims the stems of the bouquet, readying them to go into a vase on his desk. Struggling with the thin plant food sachet, he bites and pulls at the corners. A sachet opens quickly, spilling its contents over the desk. Not powdered plant food, but cocaine.
I knew it.
All right. So, disaffected, not volatile, and we have you dedicated. So, hopefully that keeps them off our backs just a little bit here. We definitely need to get the cops off of our back too. So, I already asked him for the favor. I can go ahead and ask her for the favor now. And ease the terror, please. We're going to remove our respect a little bit here. And then we're going to head all the way over here and start reassigning these guys. So, we need... Wagner, I just need you in town somewhere to use your skills. So we're going to put you over there for now. Kumar, let's actually do it this way. We're going to say that we definitely need people in here, right? To move all this product. There's so much product here that needs to be moved. There's opium, dried cannabis, etc. Tons of stuff to move through here. And lots of money. The subterranean storage is filling up. Just bury your debts, right? So we need to get people back over here to do this. And I think what we're probably going to see, because we're filling up everything in here, we're going to see all these buildings starting to shut down. Because there's not enough dirty money to actually distribute to these places. So that's a problem too. We need to get rid of that too. So here's what I think I want to do. We're going to say that Diablo goes back over here. Send you to here too to ship things out. Paulina, late, but better late than never. Paulina will go to this residence. So that's like a frontline location for her, right? We're going to have Kumar come to here to send product out of the aerodrome. I think that's good. Capo will do the same out of the plane. Ahiga is going to go with Jorge. Both of these guys are going to end up over here because Jorge has that perk too, right? Don't you? Yeah, soft bidding. So let's get you over here. Rafaela will also go here too. You all have soft bidding, so you should all be here. Excuse me, I had to sneeze. We're going to have Sophia come over. You know, she has Peacemaker. Probably better to have her over near the towns. Like reinforcements, right? If they do come for us, it's going to be that side probably. And then we'll have you, who's infamous. I probably should have, because you're 4 strength, just in case they attack, I'm going to have you sit over in this residence as well. And then the final bit would be you. He's Cannabis Cultivator. I have enough of it. We're going to have you go over here instead. All right. So everybody gets spread out here. Does their thing. I'm not sure where... Okay, they were stacked on top of each other. That's why. All right, so let's get our loyalty back up because it's really low now. So we're going to start by buying a whole bunch of spice. Boom. Look at that. That's what we get instead of do a charitable event, right? For the same amount of money. That's what we get. It's crazy. And then we will also going to buy for 12 grand. We're going to buy a bunch of chicken. And that will get us right back up to being maxed out with loyalty, which will cause the terror to go down faster and everyone can be happy. Now, I just need you guys to all start moving product. So we're going to say chicken goes that way forever. You are going to deliver chicken as well that direction forever. And then you are going to deliver the spice forever to here too. Okay. There we go. You can see these two here, right? From this location, I told them to go here. And instead of just driving this road, they went that way, the long way, all the way over to the ferry boat and then took the ferry boat over here. It makes no sense. I have no idea why anyone would do that, but they did. So it is what it is. Looks like we're pretty good here. What's coordinator? Unlocks the ability to attack or defend all buildings in a region. Oh, that's fine. I didn't need to do that anyway. Okay, we do have somebody on our way, and that's, yep, Kuchika Cristal. So even though we talked to her, she's disaffected, she's still going to attack us. She's still coming for our chemical plant with 27 strength. Okay, well, we've got Salvador here. We've got Paulina here. We've got Sophia nearby. Capo and Kumar are on a plane, so when they get back, we're going to have them send over here too. But I think I want to just let this happen. I think it would be easier for me to just let this happen. We'll let them take it, right? This is local thugs now, actually, so we should just take that from the local thugs. Since the thing is, right, like it was under these guys' control, but since they don't exist anymore, they're just called local thugs now. So I think we'll just take this one back. That's fine. We'll let Amaranta take this building because it will cause less conflict for us. I think that's a good idea. And again, most of these buildings are going to start shutting down because there's not enough legal money. I need to get more of that legal money pushed into here and moved into this building. So I think what we're going to do here, instead of distributing it to all of these buildings, because I think it'll take too long, we have 22 days to do this, but it is taking a while to get there. And it is not adjusting either. So 740 dirty money as it drops, as we wash things faster, this number is not altering course. So I just need to bury it and then dig it up, basically. So here's what I want to do. I think we are going to go through our building list. I'm going to go through business. I do wish that there was a mode in this view. Like if, I don't know if devs are watching, but I really wish this had a list filter system that was different. This is not a good filtering system. In addition to that, it would be really, really cool to have a view mode in here that only showed buildings that are that are on screen, like what I'm currently looking at. So a dynamically changing list as I move around, because that way I could say like this, and I could just go down the list knowing that every building in this list is on screen, and then I could just be like bop 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 bop, right, and just keep doing that, right? I could just go down this list. Maybe like a toggle for all and stuff too, it might be a good idea. But either way, I'm just going to change pretty much everything to legal money management at the moment. It does mean more expensive maintenance, but it has the benefit of making it to where things work, right? I need things to just work. So here we go. Everything is now legal money management there. We're going to do the same thing in Rio Manos. We're going to have all of these things turned to legal money management for the time being, just to keep them going. All right. We have a drying rack that's not on. And honestly, we don't even need that drying rack anymore. So I'm just going to take it out. We're not doing cocaine, so it doesn't matter. Let's take that out of here. And then the building list, we want Rio Manos. Where is Rio Manos? Right here. So all these here, we need to flip on as well. We're just going to manage it all with the clean money. And that way, all the dirty money gets distributed to basically the underground pit. It's perfectly fine with me. All the transport companies need to be turned back on, right? Like, having to click all these buttons, I do wish there was a toggle for all, right? I think that pretty much takes care of everything. All right, so everything should be operational now because everything is getting paid. Until we can get the dirty money in here and fill this up, satisfy this quest, that is what we'll do. And then once we have that filled up, we bury it, we can then dig it back up, distribute it all to these buildings again, all right? All right, they took it, and they're going to have to go all the way back over to her. And so I can just take it back now. Oh? Wait. They didn't take it? They didn't take it. Interesting. I thought they would take it. They just shut it down. We'll turn it back on. No problem. Precursor buildings are filling up, probably because my labs aren't using it. So let's make sure the labs are using the precursor. There we go. Now you guys have it. Oh, also, if you're having the same problem as I am, I hope they fix this bug. I'm on the pre-release version right now still. The game comes out in like an hour from the time I'm recording this, not when I post it. So I'm still on the pre-release version for now. But if you guys still have this issue with, you know, like the labs, for example, where this is happening, like I don't want this overlay open. It's not even showing me true like fertility of anything really, right? It has cocaine on here, but like you don't grow this, right? So if you're having that problem, you can go to one of your production buildings and just hover over top of those again, and it'll shut it off. So effectively the lab, it'll happen for the labs, it'll happen for the drying racks. It's 100% replicable. I can do it with drying racks consistently 100% of the time, right? So I'll just go to a farm really quick. And so if I go to the drying rack and hover over top of this, it'll glitch out, right? But if I go to a farm, then it will go away. So it's faster than going down here and then doing that, because for some reason that happens constantly. If you interact with a drying rack at all, or even one of like the intermediate process buildings, right, where it's like takes a raw resource, brings it into like sort of an intermediate, and then it gets packaged up in a warehouse, right? Those intermediate buildings are glitching the overlay pretty consistently 100% of the time, like I said. So if that's happening to you and you go to a lab and it happens, just go to one of your production buildings and do that again, and it'll shut it off. It's faster. I don't know why it does that. I wish it wouldn't, but it does. Okay, so I feel like we don't need to take this building. We don't need to take these. This is Cochilla again, Cristal. We could take her town as well. She's at 7 strength. She's weaker than the one we just took. So if she gets really annoying, we will just take her out. I think that's probably fine with me. It would be nicer to have her on my team and have her like me. I think that would be much better, but for some reason, my neighbors here, they cannot join us, and so it must be forced to join us by being eliminated, basically. We must eliminate them. Probably Murata, too. These guys over here, though, I believe we can have them join after Canvassing 1. And Canvassing 1 is, of course, making friends with this dude, which we can talk to again. So let's talk to him one more time. Los Baratos. All of this just to get them to talk? What, you think the DEA will be any nicer to us? I don't actually remember what voice I had for him, so I'm just going to do it. Whatever. They are standing at the edge of a large pit, usually reserved for burying dirty money. 2 drums have been exhumed for 2 men, Gordo and Flaco. 1 wide and 1 narrow. Both are bound to wooden chairs. Flaco, why don't we start with you? The lanky captive seemed to have lost even more weight since the capo last laid eyes on him in Neto's cellar. His skin is pale and his eyes are sunk and tired. He groans as his chair is tipped backwards and dragged to the edge of the pit. Now, Capo, help me choose something that would make the devil cry hallelujah. He drops a trunk to reveal a litany of tools and torture devices. Among them is a heavy steel wrench, a small pair of pliers, a clear plastic water tank with a tattered rag tied to it.
God forgive me.
So I basically choose pliers, wrench, or the water tank. Intimidating worked really well for him last time. Acting like a tough guy, you know, getting in with like the same sort of ruthlessness that he has seemed to resonate with him last time. So I guess I'll go with the intimidating approach and choose the wrench. Santino Neto tests the weight of the wrench and shows his teeth through a crack in his lips. Simple, yet effective. Capo is silent as Neto attempts to break his captive's resolve, as well as his kneecaps, ribs, and fingers. Every impact brings a gruesome crunch and a dreadful cry from Flaco. El Tejolote returns to the trunk with the wrench bent from beating. Oh, that's his nickname. Okay. Did you find out? Or what did you find out? Precious little, if I'm honest. He swears it wasn't him. Even vouched for the other guy. Neto casts an eye over to the man who had just been forced to listen to his own grim fate. But we'll see about that, won't we, Gordo? He pleads as his own chair is tilted backwards and dragged towards the pit. Oye, Capo, échame la mano. Give me something that will make Pitbull mew like a kitten. Looking one again is what it says, into the trunk of the car, the capo observes 3 more ghoulish instruments, a corkscrew with a wooden handle. So this is just more stuff like this, right? You know, forget God, I don't even know if I'll be able to forgive myself. Again, I'm just going to keep choosing the intimidating approach because it seems to work with him. So we'll go with car battery this time. Santino Neto touches the ends of the jump cables together to produce a spark. He roars, "Senor, you've outdone yourself!" Neto sends electricity coursing through his captive. He attaches the jump cables to Gordo's tender flesh, lips, nipples, blah, 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 blah. I guess, yeah, blah, blah, blah. He tortures the dude, right? Basically what he's doing. Any luck? Some progress. Gordo sought out his friend. Says he saw him meeting with a gringo at the bar in Ballenas. So what do we do now? What do you think? We put the dog down, don't we? Gordo and Flaco are both slumped in their chairs near the edge of the pit and the brink of consciousness. Yeah, same thing. Just gonna go in to intimidating then. This seems to be what he wants. I could say both are innocent. I don't think that works. I think Gordo's lying. I honestly, again, I'm just gonna choose the same intimidating thing. It seems to work then for him. Okay, so there we go. Would you like to do the honors? From the trunk, Neto pulls a butcher's knife and a power drill, blah, 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 blah. Conducts it, all the things, everything happens, sealed, serried, buried at the pit. Okay, so back to dedicated. You need to get him to loyal in order to satisfy the quest and hit that button, because apparently I need to be his friend. I don't know why I need to be his friend, but apparently that's the quest, so I'm gonna do it. Yeah, I don't particularly like this quest, to be honest. I'm you know, like, it's cool. Like, of all the people in the whole place you could have made it to where I needed to be friends with, you chose the absolute ruthless guy that has to torture people and wants me to help. I don't know about that. Like, I feel like I should be able to choose somebody to be my friend. I would have liked it better if I could choose, but it is what it is. It's the difference between, like, the player and the character, right? So, I mean, they're trying to tell the story that they want to tell, and I can appreciate that. No big deal. I mean, I've seen plenty of movies where it was just like, oh, God, what is this guy doing? But, you know, part of the captivation of it all. You know, it's part of the story. All right, so 378 in here now. 388. You just need to bury all the money. I'm just waiting for it all to arrive. It is getting washed. I think I'm going to temporarily slow down the banks. Just temporarily slow down these banks so that more of the money that would normally go to the bank is redirected to the pit. I need this to happen now because it's going to take like 5 days, I think is what it is, to bury these things. It takes time to bury it once you hit the button. So I don't remember if it's like 4 days or whatever, but basically I have 16 days left. So if this goes down to where there's like 4 days remaining and then I hit the button, I will fail the quest. So I don't actually have 16 days, 9 hours. I have 11 days or 10 days or however many days it takes to bury it. Okay, so we can take a look at the meth operation really quick just to make sure we're kind of balanced a little bit. It might be hard to really know if we're balanced. You kind of have to crunch numbers to do these types of things. So the lab, for example, takes 33, 7, and 8 to produce 14 in 12 hours. Okay. From there, it's just a matter of sending it to the workshop. So that's not a big deal. It's the balance with the lab that matters. Also, the aerodrome is red and causing terror because it's full of methamphetamines directly, which is not what I want it to be. So I have to go through and do something like this instead. Also, like the dog food containers, right? And sauces potentially. I'd like to get going with that. So, food factory, please hurry up. But I'd like to get the methamphetamines out of here. So I'm going to have you come on over to the aerodrome real quick. Let's get this out and bring it directly to the workshop. They should not be bringing that resource to the aerodrome. And then it looks like also we are now full on that, and we need more avocados, which are not popping just yet. So I probably could use a couple more avocado, maybe even a plantation. Is there fertility for that anywhere? I could just put it back here. It's 30%. But if I put it back here, it would create a lot of avocados. Most likely, I'll be expanding this operation enough to where I'll need 2 workshops. If I had enough avocados growing, I would need 2 workshops. So I'm going to say probably like this would be okay. So like a big plantation right behind the building, basically. We're going to pay the legal money to have it done. We're going to take our asphalt roads and go directly like that. And then also another one that goes right behind this workshop, warehouse. Yep. It's called a warehouse. That's what it is. About like that. We'll get more avocados growing. So you can package up even more of them and send them on their way. Okay. Check out this really quick. Almost. 432. Okay, speed up time. Since everything is being managed by legal money now, well, almost everything. Almost everything is being managed by legal money now. I should have appropriate ratios to keep things not red and keep things running. Although you can see here, we've got the transport company. There's just a lot of product that should be moved to the border that isn't, right? And I don't know if that's just a lack of trucks or what, but we have like number 3. Like this one's completely empty and this one's totally full. That's weird, right? Like they brought it all to just one. They didn't bring it to the other ones instead. Let's upgrade this one too, because we got as well. And then I think once the train gets, not the train, the plane. Once the plane gets back, can you deliver things? No, can you deliver? You can deliver things. Let's have you go to the transport company here real quick. He's disaffected again. Gonna need to raise his upkeep again. Here, large amount that time, you greedy sons of bees. Let's take all of these avocados that are here and bring them to the aerodrome. Just get them over here, ready to sell, ready to ship out on a plane. Okay, get them out of this transport company. We don't need that many sitting here and doing nothing. Okay, so let's also move you to the airport. I'd like another plane to leave, and you're gonna be my other slot if you can be. You can't be my other slot. Okay, fair. You can't be my other slot. Go back to town then. Have you be my other slot. Can you be a slot? It's just the type of... I think it's just the type of... yeah, she can do the slot, but the other guy can't. Wagner's just useless. I need to get rid of that guy. All right, we're at 514. 10 days left. A little bit more money. Come on now. There's 15 grand in here. I'm going to have you take some of this cash. Let's go like 7 grand or something. Bring it here. 532. I need at least 533. Great. There we go. 542. That's gonna work. Move 533 into underground storage. That's what this is. Bury it. Okay. Now move back to the aerodrome so we can start doing this. So now we shouldn't be moving any more money into this building, and because of that, we should be able to flip back on get the banks going again and start washing the money faster and start moving it around to places where we actually want to move it around. I am hoping anyway. Seeing these things are overloaded. Okay, so it looks like they're waiting on hydrochloric acid. Interesting. We can flip this on now then. Go ahead and flip that on. Get you back to the residence. We're taking things on a plane. We don't need this extra slot running right now, so I'm going to have you go back to the residence too. So we're just keeping people over in this area just in case we get attacked, right? So they can respond. And I think that's going to do it for this video. We've done a lot of stuff today, right? We started the main quest, so we continued the main quest. happy. It's a little gruesome, but we did it. We came through. He's almost loyal, so we can do that. And we took McSitlan completely. We said, you know what? I don't want to be attacked by you guys. You prompted it. You started it. I finished it. And, you know, that's just how it goes. I might take her out because she's not a friend anymore, so I might take her out. She's got 34 strength, but I can take her down pretty quickly. She has to take a long journey to get over to this side. So if she starts attacking these buildings again, she has to run a really far distance. And I can catch up to her pretty quickly, I think, by just maybe turning this on and connecting here would be a good idea. That way we could actually... Ooh, I like that idea. If I connect this ferry station to this one, right? And just turn it on. People might use it. Like a rapid response. We might see these guys, for example, use it to get over here and then to get over here. And they may opt to just use the ferry. I don't know. I don't know why they would do that though. No, I think what we'd really want to have this connected to is this one. Yeah, we want to connect this ferry station to this. So I think what I really need to do is if she leaves to come get me again, I'm going to swoop in and take the ferry station instead of the town. And then that's going to give me a really easy way to stack everybody here safely in my own territory. And then right as she's, you know, least expecting it or whatever, we could just have everybody come right over here and then just go and just attack her. I think that's probably good. So yeah, it does look like hydrochloric acid is the bottleneck now. So with this extra setup up and extra chemical plant up and running, I think that'll probably get solved now. I'm hoping anyway, most of that gets solved now. And then that's going to do it for my video, I think. I think we're good to go here. Burying 2 hours left, 1 and done. We buried the debts. Everything is good there. Completed the story in that regard. And now this money starts to rot in another 108 or 89 days. So I think we're just going to dig it up now. Because I don't have to do that anymore. We'll just dig this up. And it took us a long time to do this anyway. But 5 days from now, all that dirty money will then be back and ready and available. We can then disperse it back over to the residences. You can see the residences are starting to get a little bit full. This area especially. We can start to bring these buildings back online with dirty money instead. And I'll just take care of that, you know, in between videos, okay? So same thing here. I think we could probably start moving the meth a lot out of this zone. We'll have a lot more cash here. And then it could be moved to all these laundering buildings, but it can also be distributed over here too. So let me do that. And then we'll come back for the next video and continue the story, making friends with this dude, whoever this dude is. We're just going to make friends with him because that's what they want me to do. All right. Take it easy. We'll see ya. Bye-bye.